Yo, YouTube, what's crack-a-lack-a-jack-a-smack, and it's Wolfman with a video. Welcome to NBA Talk episode, what is it, 4? It might be 4, might be 5, I don't know, I'll check after this video is done. But we are here to talk about Blake Griffin and the Los Angeles Clippers. Now, Blake Griffin has just been injured again. Yes, while he's injured, this is unbelievable. I don't know how you're an injured player, you're not playing, and you get injured. That's just the dumbest way to give back to your organization, and he's getting paid a lot of money, and you're the what is it, the face of the franchise, and you're getting injured while you're not even playing, while your team's out there winning. Now the Clippers have played 15 games without Blake Griffin. Now they just won in a game last night against the Pacers, I believe, and the Clippers have won 12 games out of their last 15 without Blake Griffin. So with this new injury, of course he's not going to be in the All-Star game anymore, but he was playing great before he got injured. 23 points per game, 8 rebounds. He was dominating out there. But now he's injured, and the Clippers are playing better without him. They're winning more games without him, and he just got injured again. So Blake Griffin is going to be out 6 weeks for punching I think one of the staff trainers or someone somewhere. It's just ridiculous, man. How could you physically assault someone and then get your hand injured? That reminds me of Amari Stoudemire punching the fire glass or the fire thing back when the Heat were facing the Knicks in the playoffs a couple years ago. That's just frustrating as a fan to hear. But anyway, speaking of Blake Griffin and how this pans out for the Clippers, should the Clippers decide to trade Blake Griffin? I mean, think about it. Ever since CP3's got in there, ever since they've had this Blake Griffin, DeAndre, and CP3 combo, the Clippers haven't really been winning, in the playoffs. I mean, they've gotten to the semifinals a couple years. I think the first time they got swept by the Spurs. And then last year, we saw the debacle that happened where they were up in the series against the Rockets, and they just completely fell apart. I don't understand how you beat the Spurs, which is to me the top team in the playoffs, at least last year, and you beat the Spurs, you take them out in the first round, and then you have to struggle against the Rockets to even close them out, and you don't even close them out. It's just ridiculous. They could have had a chance to at least compete with the Warriors, Chris Paul versus Curry, and then Blake Griffin, you saw his matchup problems, but no, the Clippers just decide to just choke, and it's just beginning where does this team go? Because they don't even have a decent small forward, in my opinion. They never really had a decent small forward. They had Matt Barnes a lot of years. Now they got Paul Pierce, and Pierce, he's not even that the same Pierce we used to know. And I've already said that Chris Paul always needed a player like Carmelo Anthony. I think Chris Paul and Carmelo on the same team would be devastating. A point guard that can pass to a sharpshooter like Carmelo Anthony, a scorer like Carmelo Anthony, and then a scorer like Carmelo who could take the ball in case the team's not, scoring on offense. It's just devastating, because now you're gonna have to decide if you want to double Melo, need probably someone like Chris Paul open. Now they got Porzingis over there. It'd be really crazy to have Chris Paul on the Knicks. But besides that fact, the Clippers, I don't know what's their move, because Blake Griffin and CP3's contract, they both end in, I think, 2018, 2019. So they're stuck together. And they just signed DeAndre Jordan to that contract. But DeAndre Jordan can't shoot free throws, we know that. But he's been playing well. He's a lob city catcher. That's all he is. He's a lob city catcher, a rebounder, and a blocker. But the Clippers trading Blake Griffin, that might be far-fetched. I mean, who could the Clippers even get? I've been hearing some on First Take this morning. Stephen A. Smith said that the Clippers should trade Blake Griffin for Paul George. Now, that would never happen, because I don't think the Pacers want Paul George. I'm not even sure how many teams in the league want Blake Griffin. Would you want Blake Griffin on your team? I mean, of course, this guy's an all-star, so a lot of people are going to say yes, but you got to remember, you'd have to give up a lot to get him, because he's that type of player who can at least carry or give your team a couple of wins. So yeah, leave your thoughts in the comment section. A very interesting take, because Griffin's going to be out 6 weeks, man. 4 to 6 weeks, which is he'll probably be back maybe in the beginning to middle of March. And then they're gonna have to make a push for the playoffs and see how he fits back into the scheme of things, because they've been playing, like I said, well without him, and they've been playing some good basketball. So when he comes back, it might be causing some problems to the offense, maybe some more problems on the defense. But anyways, let me know, because the trade deadline is coming soon and more NBA talk on the way. Anyways, stay tuned for more, and I'm out. Peace.